Today, I'm going to introduce you to a new tool I use in my practice called Cognivue Thrive. This is a neurocognitive test. And what we've come to realize over time is that cognitive function and vision are very, very much connected. And I think we've seen several studies that have come out recently that really show this interconnectedness between vision and cognitive function. And of course, what we think about with cognitive function, we think about maybe that older adult who is going through, some changes mentally, having difficulty with memory and things of that nature. And that's probably a reasonable person to consider for this technology also. But here we are talking about sports vision. So how do we utilize it for sports vision? And what you have to understand is that athletes are putting their bodies under extreme stress. And so that's going to affect cognitive function as well. So you have a situation where you have an athlete and you can test them before the season, for instance, or before practice, and you can get a baseline of where their cognitive skill is. And then you can perhaps do it right after practice, after they're tired and fatigued, and then you can retest cognitive function. You can get a lot of useful information out of it, just that type of evaluation. When we do the evaluation, it tests 5 different areas. It looks at memory. It looks at visual spatial memory. It also looks at executive function, which is your decision-making process, largely. It also looks at reaction time, and it's also looking at your processing speed. So all those things are really, really important to the athlete. So certainly things that we want to test. And what's really nice about this test is we can do this whole evaluation in all of 5 minutes. And as I've mentioned before, sometimes when we go do a screening on teams, we only have maybe 15 minutes of time to do a complete vision assessment. So having a test that moves rather rapidly, like this test, has been really a valuable tool for us. And then we can also go to the coach afterward and we can show them who has good cognitive skill, who is struggling on cognitive skill, because perhaps when they give them an instruction set, they may want to do that in a different way to kind of make sure they understand that instruction set. So we can really work with that athlete and that team to really have a better concept of how the vision controls it. And what's really nice about Cognivue Thrive here is it's a visually based test. So you have to look at letter combinations, number combinations, shapes, things of that nature, and make visual decisions and use your decision-making process and your memory process to gain the outcome that you're looking for. So this has become a very, very valuable tool in my team screening process for sports vision. So certainly check it out. See if it's something that fits for what you're doing in sports vision or really in your regular practice as well, because that can be very valuable for both.